Oh!
Why would you hand him a weapon? I'm right here.
That's nice. Yeah, this is the guy we beat up in the office. So.
Yeah. We really like the brand Borderlands. And so our normal style is very, very detailed. Very, very detailed is our thing. And so Borderlands kind of has a cel-shaded look to it in the game. It's not the most detailed like that. And so getting things very, very realistically done right is hard. And equally so is getting the cel-shaded look, which is why we spent a lot of effort in really hammering down how we were going to do it and what it was going to take to do it. And I think we did it with, very good accuracy. We got there by using a lot of matte and paint applications. We cut in a lot of the lines.
Yeah.
That
I see that
very
on Handsome Jack's arm and stuff. It was the first thing I noticed. I was like, oh wow, you just cut right into the arm.
Yeah, so we did a lot of stuff to sculpt. We thought that was going to really help. First off, we started with Tiny Tina and Handsome Jack. They did very well. And so now this year we're going to have Lilith, Zero, and Krieg. Krieg is one of the biggest figures we've ever made. Okay. He is.
Yeah, he's impressive.
Yeah,
he's impressive.
He's a huge guy. His axe has a lot of play action. The little things.
I'm guessing it spins. Yeah, it spins. Yeah. With you guys, I know it spins.
Yeah. Right. Whenever we can, we'll do it. And we really, didn't hold up. We just kept the pedal to the metal with him. But with the rest of them, Zero has his thing that clips onto his head so he can display the Zero. Very cool. We found the guns that people really resonated with and gave it to him. They're a lot of fun. Also, we have a larger scale claptrap over there. But he comes with really fun accessories, hats, wands, guns.
Yeah, I see the giant cowboy hat.
Yeah,
that's got to be for him, right?
Yeah, it is. Also, another new game that's coming out is We Happy Few. It's getting a lot of buzz on the internet. It's really fixing to be something special when it comes out. The look is really, really fun. It's a dystopian future, alternate history England. The art style is so striking in the game. We really wanted to do it justice, and so this is what we came up with. It's very, very accurate. He's fully articulated, as are all of the things coming out in 2018. We've really spent special attention into getting shoulder, leg, knee articulation in there a lot, so the toy is more posable to the way that you want it. In 2016, we did a lot of static posed things. We've gone away from that. Now we're doing fully posable, fully articulated stuff.
Krieg, the Bobby really drew my attention. I just love the face, and I love the fact you can see that it's a mask.
Yeah, right.
Because it's unsettling.
In the game, showing emotion is like against the law. You have to be happy all the time. That's why he's got that bottle.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like on drugs to keep themselves happy.
Yeah. You sold me on the game.
Yeah.
Just by looking at the figure,
it's been in beta for quite some time now, and like they put little updates here and there, and the fans are really loving it.
Yeah.
We've also we're also this year changing our packaging style.
Okay.
So it was boxes, and we are still going to have some before the change. These collector boxes, which look great. They display well, but we're going to a blister clamshell. Okay. We feel like the clear plastic all the way around will really display the figure for the collector. They've got J-hooks that are really easy to hang.
Right.
For the people that like to just
display them like that.
So we're not only appealing to the people that like the figure out of package, but the in-package experience is also just as important.
Right.
Destiny, man. Destiny is big. We started off with the Hunter, the Warlock, and the Titan, our first series. The second series we kind of switched, and we went to the mentors. So we have Akora, Cade 6, and Zavala. These are the guys that you're going to be, you'd look at in the game and you talk to and you interact with. We didn't want to go right from, player characters to more player characters because, we wanted to add a little bit of variety in it. So we went from player characters to NPCs, and now we're back with Series 3. We're going to do the player characters again with a totally new look. These are fully new sculpts. We're not just rehashing or repainting. We are absolutely starting from scratch. All of these guys are good. They've got this. The only thing that we kept the same is the articulation. They're still fully articulated, but the look is completely different. We have the Hunter from the Crucible, we have the Warlock from Iron Banner, and we have the Titan in his parade armor. Really striking looks. I'd be on the lookout for some paint variants out there. I'm sure they'll show up. We also did a 10-inch. So last time we did 10-inch Lord Saladin. This time we went with Lord Shax. Big, imposing guy. He's got great striking armor. He's in his iconic pose. At the 10-inch scale, you don't get the same articulation, just because it's more of like a statue experience. But you can still you can manipulate him a little bit to kind of get him into the exact pose that you want. But he doesn't have the same articulation as the rest. Another new brand that we got that is just a powerhouse is Call of Duty. Not a lot's been done with Call of Duty in the past in the action figure world. So we really wanted to dig into the history and just put out some cool stuff. And that's why we have Soap and Ghost as our first two.
Ghost is fantastic.
Yeah, right?
Like the pictures that are surfing don't do it justice. Like it's really he's just fantastic.
Right. So we used, for his face, we used like real matte paints to try to separate it from the rest of his stuff.
Right.
So it looks like cloth. Whenever we can, we'll do that. Todd loves the brand because, Todd wants to make the cool army man.
Right, exactly.
So he can do it now.
Yeah. Any word on doing these from the Nazi zombies?
I believe that we have the ability to.
Okay.
I think whenever you do a wave one,
right,
you really just gotta.
Oh yeah,
hit him with what's gonna sell.
Yeah. Well, Ghost does that. I mean.
Yeah, Ghost does that. I think Soap does that, and then then you start getting fun.
Okay.
But a lot relies on the first wave and just really doing it right, proving to the fans that we're paying respect to the brand, that we're really gonna do it right, and then that's when you start expanding and getting crazy.
Okay.
Thanks. What a fun brand! It's such a big sandbox to play in. Like we have the Ghostbusters 4-pack.
Oh yeah, that's gonna
stand out.
That's gonna sell like crazy.
Yeah, and so it's they don't sell individually; it's all at once, which makes sense because it's they're all in a niche outfit. We really paid attention to the detail on these sets. Mm-hmm. If you see the trap has what looks like electrical tape finishing it off. We didn't just do a regular
up on the handle and stuff.
Handle. It opens up. There's a little dart inside. The inside's painted to look like cardboard because it's made of cardboard. The writing on the side looks like it was written by hand. If you look at the back, they're proton packs since they were made by their moms.
Right.
Each one's just a little bit different because the moms kind of use different materials.
Right.
So we colored the buttons differently, put different dials on it, that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, you
got Venkman and Venkman.
Venkman and Venkman. That's the first thing I look for. I'm like, make sure they're both named. Yeah, you guys did it. Of course you did.
Of course.
Punk 11 looks great. What a cool look. So different from how she looked in the first series. And so we really just wanted to celebrate. So very 80s.
Yeah, I had friends dressed up like that for Halloween. Yeah. Literally that, this is my second look. I was like, oh, okay. I had all these clothes already.
So already out, we have Hopper and we have... the next one's out.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, I think Lucas made our top 10 to look for next year or for the year when he was announced.
Also, as a big departure from the 10 inches that we normally do, the Demogorgon, it's fully articulated.
Is he out now?
If he's not out now, he's on the way.
He's on the way. Okay.
I think he's on the way. We definitely have final approvals, and we're definitely moving forward with it.
Okay.
So I'd look for it real soon. Fully articulated, 10-inch scale, which we put in scale with the figure, so it's right. They work together.
Right.
Next up is Will and Mike. They'll be coming out next.
I like the upside down Will.
Yeah. So he's
too.
a repaint that we kind of slimed up, got him dirty, kind of sallowed his eyes out. He's been through it upside down. he'll be packaged upside down in the blister. Awesome. I love our. That's a new look. First look at our new blister. It's the same footprint as the old one, but it's got the new key art.
Yeah, very cool.
One of the nice little touches that I like that we did is since it's we went with such retro packaging, we kind of aged it a little bit.
Yeah.
Is we used our old McFarlane Toys logo.
Yeah,
on
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah. So that's just a neat little Easter egg that we threw in that we thought the fans would like, since we were going so retro. We have a cool 2-pack, Dustin and Dart. His mask is removable.
Okay.
He comes with the candy bar, he comes with the flashlight, he comes with the gas can, and he comes with Dart. Dart's going to be articulated. I think we've settled somewhere in between 6 and 10 articulation points. So yeah, he's posable somewhat, as much as we could, while still keeping the sculpt bang on accurate.
Yeah, he has that nice hue, like he's in the caves or whatever that was.
Right. Yeah.
Not quite the upside down, but definitely in those caves, he has that nice color to him.
Yeah, and really he's got his iconic markings.
Yeah. I like them both. Yeah, they're really cool. No Nick Foles? I'm from Philly.
Who could have predicted it?
Exactly.
We've done a Nick Foles before.
Yeah, we have a lot of people were putting them up on our Facebook group. We're Eagles fans, so.
Yeah, it's a big.
But yeah, Carson Wentz, he's coming back.
Yep.
We had to put an eagle on.
Yeah.
Who knows if Nick Foles is going to even return?
Yeah.
As an Arizona Cardinals fan, I would welcome him with open arms. We need a quarterback. Spawn, we're not going to put a new Spawn out this year. And that is because Todd is hard at work on the movie. And we didn't want to put a figure out and then have the movie come out and then shorten the lifespan of the figure on shelf.
Okay.
So
makes sense.
we're really doing some cool stuff with Spawn as a property. And we're going to do it right, we're going to do it cool. Commando Spawn turned out really cool. We put him in the old retro packaging, from the 90s.
Yeah,
The lightning packaging to me was just the coolest.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was just so rad.
Yeah.
We did a copper variant of him.
Very cool. Very cool. I believe we have this one in the office. We have the Spawn Rebirth.
Yeah, he turned out awesome.
Yeah. It's from Discovery. All right, go ahead. You talk. Me drool. You talk.
So one of the best experiences I've had with McFarlane Toys is I got to do a panel at Star Trek convention last year with Todd, announcing it to the world that we were doing this, and people were really excited, and I think I was the most excited because I got to be on stage at a Star Trek convention.
And the one in Vegas.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah. Then you were you were preaching to the choir there, man.
God.
They must have went nuts.
I'm such a big Star Trek nerd. On my wedding, I walked with the officiant, and I had the theme from Deep Space Nine.
Nice.
Got my Star Trek cred. This is our new blistering clamshell packaging. I think it's almost 100% what it's going to look like. I think the sticker on the front might change, but I don't know. I think it's real close.
The shirts actually look like material.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's just smooth glossed over. It actually looks like the material.
Yeah. So we have a lot of great partners that are just as excited as we are to put the figures out. And while we were at the convention, we showed them the figures, the prototypes.
Yeah.
They had their notes, especially about the angle of the
collar piece and stuff. Yeah.
The Kirk guy is so accurate that we even, if you look at his collar,
his face is fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean,
we got it. We even have a spot for the zipper on the collar.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
The card, the little detail that we threw in that's fun is that he's actually in his season 3 tunic.
Nice.
And so you can see the 2 ridges that run down the front.
Yeah.
It was only in a couple of episodes, but we thought we'd throw it in just as just fun. No one's ever done it before. Let's go for it.
Right. Yeah. Why not?
It's similar enough. It's such a small detail that the casual fan won't notice it, but the real fans of the series will really get a kick out of it. Also, the good thing about having fans in charge of the brand management. Jeremy is our brand manager for it, and I help with the creative. Is that we're going to throw stuff in the package that the fans are going to think is cool.
Right.
So Picard has the Resican flute from the Inner Light episode.
One of the best episodes of Star Trek ever.
I know.
And saddest.
Oh yeah, but I mean it's so good.
It is.
Like when you think about it, and you think about just what like Picard went through, and it defines him as a character.
Yeah.
They're moving forward.
Yeah, and they actually, unlike some Star Trek episodes, they never go back to it, but they go back to the flute later.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
And they kind of it informs his character moving on.
Right.
Right. He's still got that little sadness inside him because his family,
Yeah, all that's
maybe
gone.
never existed or did or in the past or something.
Yeah.
Also, the fun thing about him is that we gave him an ultimate hand. We gave him the Make It So hand. Right. And so we were really pushing to try to get the Make It So hand to be in like the, given the order position.
Yeah.
But we settled on the kind of standard sandwich man just to let people know that he was fully articulated.
Right.
If you pose something in package, there might be a misconception that it's not posable.
Right.
So, but we did, the win that we got was we put it up next to his head like he's doing it.
Right, so yeah.
So you can use your imagination.
Yeah,
to get
exactly.
there.
That's the hand. That's the right hand.
Yeah, that's where the hand goes. And then he comes with the phaser rifle, which only appeared in one episode, right?
Yeah.
And so it was so cool. So it doesn't just have to live in that.
Iconically, it was also in a lot of the production photos that they would release for the series. So it was always him doing the pose. You're like, that's in one episode. You know what I mean? It's like, why did they ever use this again? They really needed it.
Right, it's awesome. And so we gave it to him. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Now it doesn't just have to be in that one episode. Now it can be like all the time.
Well, Spock and McCoy have tricorders, and Kirk needs a big gun.
He needs the big gun. He's the guy with the big gun. Okay, so here we go. This is the Discovery phase. Right, I love the new series.
Me too. I was blown away.
Oh, are you kidding me? It's so great.
I was shocked. I was really shocked that I got through it. I was like, oh my god.
I was cautiously optimistic moving in, and then it just got better and better and better and better and better.
I got 3 to go, so I'm.
Okay, I won't spoil it.
I got to a point. And I'm like, all right, I gotta wait.
I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Yeah,
it's really good.
I was actually savoring them. Like I'm like, I need to relax after that last episode because that was Star Trek. And I got that way a lot with the series. Like that's Star Trek.
Right, and I like that. So the way that I think about Star Trek is a vision of the future from the point in which the series is made.
Right.
So in the 60s, that's what the future was going to look like. Where it was big buttons and lights and knobs, and that's what technology was going to evolve into, right? And then when Next Generation came out, that's what the future was going to be. A lot of beige and taupe, I guess.
Earth tones in a mall in space.
Yeah. But still future-y.
Yeah.
It was that's what the future looked like from that point in time. And so with Discovery, that's what the future looks like from our standpoint. We've surpassed some of the stuff with TOS.
Yeah, we have.
And so would it make sense to go back to that?
No.
So for all the people that have a problem with the update, I get it, I hear you.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Yeah. If the storytelling is there, that's what matters most.
Yeah.
And the acting is fantastic.
Yeah,
so
worry about the storytelling, and I think they hit all the points that they needed to. It really sold me. Michael Burnham as a character, like what a compelling character.
And like seasons of her on The Walking Dead, I was like, okay, she's all right. And then I was like,
oh,
where is this person?
I bought that she was a human raised by Vulcans. Like you could see the logic in her. She out logicked the computer in the first episode.
Yeah,
so cool. But anyway, this thing. I'm going to talk about Star Trek. This thing it is 1-to-1, screen accurate.
Okay.
It will have a removable hand phaser that pops out of the top. It has lights. It has sounds. It has an ejectable clip. You can turn it from kill to stun. The clip lights up. The battery pack lights up. It makes the screen accurate noise.
You never responded back to my thing. I'm like, what's this?
The top comes up with the knob,
Totally ignored it.
and it's $35. And so there's the Lenovo did theirs, and theirs is
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Everything Lenovo does is the best. I love it. But carrying around a $500 phaser at a convention, it's
A little insane.
But a $35 phaser, sure. Your Halloween costume just got a lot cooler.
A lot cooler.
Your convention cosplay just got cooler. Bring it to the Renaissance Festival and pretend you're in the white team.
Yes, and they have those days now at the Renaissance Fair. Yeah, and it's also a lot lighter, I'm sure. Some of those replicas are heavy duty.
Yeah.
And I know some cosplayers that they say, no, I have a toy when I go to a convention,
right?
Or I'm in a parade. It's
So if you're doing like professional photos and stuff, the Novos one is peerless. But if for convention and stuff, ours is awesome.
Yeah, no, it's
and
awesome.
and our paint's great. We use the same kind of paint that we do with the action figures, and the same attention to detail.
Yeah, it's there. So Evin just went to get the working prototype of the phaser, so we're going to get to see what this looks like. Oh, here he comes.
So I do all the initial concept and design work for all these. So I scour the reference, and then I find what sets I think people will resonate with, and try to do them justice with bricks. We just came out with the Snowball set. You should not call me Snowball, from the great episode where the dogs take over the ball. We got to do some really fun stuff. Justin Roiland is a very good partner to work with. He's really into construction bricks. Okay. So working with him is just awesome. We really feel like the first series, hit all the cool beats. We were able to do, Rick and Morty, and then the evil versions of him, because we wanted to get as much Rick face time, because Rick really sells it. Morty also. But we did some crazy stuff too. We have Answer My Eyes Johnson. We have Carbopulous Michael. Some of the B characters, because that's what really fills in the world of Rick and Morty. It's, there's Rick and there's Morty, and they're awesome and they're super funny. But people fall in love with Scary Terry, and that's what makes the show what it is. It's just the whole universe that they built. And we really wanted to pay respect to that, not just focus on Rick and Morty in the first time, but the whole world. Moving forward, I think there'll be probably more of a focus on because there's just so many versions of Rick and Morty to do, and it's just, you can put them in all sorts of fun spots, and just really cool. There's just, you could go so many places. We got all the families out, the family members out, except for Beth right now. So I wouldn't be surprised to see her in a future set. One of the fun things we did here was every set came with a plumbus. Because all households need a plumbus.
That's that thing. Just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We didn't advertise that it was going to be in the set. We didn't include it in the piece count. It's not in the instructions. Okay. A lot of the initial reviewers that looked at it poured out the box and were like, and then a plumbus? And then by the third one, they're like, oh, I get it. There's a plumbus in every set. No, it was a ton of fun. We really think that they came out right. They came out good. A ton of fun to work on. We kicked around just doing the spaceship, just doing the garage, separating them, but we landed on, really nailing them with a really iconic set.
It's the little details too. You have the box you only ever see in the background that's never mentioned. The time travel
box.
And the Meeseeks box and all that stuff.
Sure, and then the little monster head. There's a mace that comes with that set. There's a little crown that comes with the set. Yeah, what sets us apart from other brick companies is that we're not afraid to tool a piece that's only ever going to get used once. So we're never going to be able to use that time travel box again. But I'm real happy to cut steel and put it in that set, because that's a really cool thing that I think that the collectors and just even the casual fan would really appreciate. And so even if it's at the cost of never being able to use that piece again, it's worth it. There's other pieces that you can kind of like that. The furnace, Scary Terry's furnace was from Walking Dead, so you can reuse some stuff, but not everything. All right. South Park and Steven Universe. Great brands. South Park, a ton of fun to work with. Great guys. Steven Universe, a beautiful series. You know, it tells a great little story. A really powerful one. And it's so, you know, visually stunning, and we really wanted to pay the art style the respect that it deserved. So we paid special attention to the colors that we used, making sure that all the guys were accurate, all the gems were accurate. And it turned out great. I thought that series turned out real strong. South Park, same way. You know, there's so much to love about the series, and there's so many little tiny things that you see. Like we put Lemmy Winks in the tank. He's upside down. Lemmy Winks is in there. Mr. Hat. You know, the little bust on the Mr. Garrison's table. Just a ton of fun to work with, and it really comes alive in block form. We could go a long way with, you know, injection color, because they use very separated colors, and that's always fun. Hello Neighbors, our new big one. We have 3 sets coming out in fall of this year. Hello Neighbors art style is really fun, and it is really unique. And so, a lot of the times with bricks, you get a lot of squares and things turn out blocky, and that's not the art style of the game. So we took special attention to try to, you know, we offset the wall. You know, there's no real reason for that wall to be 2 heights, but we feel like it kind of adds to the little crookedness and the kind of cattywampusness of the art style, and we really feel like it feeds into it really well. The floors aren't even. You know, this one has, you know, stray floorboards coming out of it. We break the silhouette with that picture just to try to offset it, make it not look so blocky. That's a crooked build with the door. You know, that was fun trying to get the instructions clear on that, because if it's not straight up and down, the instructions kind of get a little confusing. The house turned out great. Normally these sets are one-sided. With the neighbor's house, we did a 2-sided build. It's the facade of the house. There's the wooden boards. It's got kind of the little front porch area. And then on the other side, you got the foyer and the kitchen. These sets do coherently go together. They don't click in, but you can arrange them in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I thought you guys captured, the jauntiness of this of the game.
Right? And it's such a YouTube darling, this show, which is something really cool.
I just noticed the boxes. The people that freak out about the box stacking.
Yeah, you know that I was going to put boxes in.
Yeah.
How are you going to make Hello Neighbor sets? Boxes.
Yeah.
We also had the action figure lineup for it, too. We did 3 versions of the neighbor. The regular neighbor comes with a shovel. The butcher neighbor has his apron and his butcher knife, and the evil smile neighbor has the bear trap. The evil smile neighbor will be the chase figure out of all of it. We're packing them light, just to try to add a little element of fun in there. The chase is always fun. And then we got the kid. The kid turned out great. He's got his binoculars. Each one comes with a different colored key, which is very in-game. It does so well on YouTube. It's got over 1 billion views. You know, it is on fire.
I've watched a lot of the live streams of people playing them.
Yeah, and it's fun, and it's like the tension, like you kind of get the vignette on the screen, and the music starts when he's behind you, and yeah, we tried to get, you know, we tried to put that into the bricks as much as we could. Ooh, also, if you want to get real into it, we changed our packaging style pretty significantly. We've really increased the size of the window, and we have a wraparound window now. So it really lets, and it really lets a lot of light in. You know, we found sometimes with the earlier sets, the figure was kind of recessed back, and we had a darker background, and so it didn't really display as well. And so, you know, I know that in a store you're going to be getting a lot of fluorescent lights and stuff, but I mean, if it's back on a shelf or something, we really want it to stand out. So we went with a more vibrant background color, and we did that wrap window. Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's is
Juggernaut.
Just a huge brand.
Yeah.
Man. And it's how fun is it to work on? It's just so cool. There's a million different characters to do. We've done a lot of them. We've done most of them. And there's still more to do, and I can't wait to do them. If it was up to me, we would do every single animatronic, even ones that just showed up on the screen for like a quarter of a second during some glitch sequence. Why not? Because the fans of Five Nights at Freddy's, they love their Freddy, they love their Bonnie, they love their Foxy, but they also love the real niche, real in the background characters that are impossible to get and see. Because that's the big draw of it. You feel like you're in on it when you're getting that. It's a lot of fun. It's a really great brand to work on. This is another example of us not being afraid to tool a piece specifically. Like, we're never going to get to use that phone guy again. But it makes sense in the set. Looks great in the set. You know?
The fan.
Oh, yeah. We make sure to use the same fan mold every time we do the fan. And we've done a lot of fans. The Paper Pals. I've been trying to get that set out for 2 years. Withered Bonnie was on the first lineup, and we chose another set instead. And then he was on the second lineup, and we chose another set instead.
Right.
And then finally, we made the Paper Pals sculpted. They were stickers before. And we always looked at it and we're like, something's missing. It's not, And then once we sculpted them, we took a look at it and go, it looks really great. The control module is brand new. From sister location game. It doesn't quite have the same footprint as the other ones did. It's more compact, but in the game it's a very confined room. It's a very claustrophobic room. We wanted to do that. So instead of making it wide, we made it detailed. We really threw a lot of sculpts. We threw a lot of paint in there. We did a lot of the real detailed pieces. Electrobab is the third character, fully painted. Jump Scare, Funtime Foxy. Opens up a new door for us. We can now do the jump scares when their faces are open. And they turn out really cool, and they look, they kind of straddle the line of cute and creepy. And I think that people really want. So yeah, there you have it. There's the construction program for this year. A lot of these are already out.
Okay.
End of the year, we'll see what happens. I'd like to release some more. I have some unfinished business.